the 4th of January 2024, we finally decided to tackle our leaking front door. We were coming into the 3rd year of having the leaking front door, and we decided that enough was enough. Not only did it leak every time it rained, there was also an absolute gale blowing through the door constantly, and it was also becoming a bit of a security issue. So I cleaned down a large piece of wood that we already had in stock, and we cracked on with making the temporary door.
I made the frame out of chevrons that we had left over from the roof. And we're going to strengthen the door with those stained bits there that are left over from, well, not left over, but they've been prepared for shutters that we haven't made yet, or doors, maybe left over from making the garage doors, I'm not sure.
I think I definitely had a touch of the January blues here, a bit of a come down after a lovely Christmas period with family and friends. Coming back to the farm was a little hard after staying in luxury over Christmas.
Straight.
Pardon?
Half of it's going off there, so it's not straight if I push that to there. Straight enough.
So I'm just putting the frame outside to steam it.
So, although it's only a temporary door, I will be looking at it for maybe 6 months. So, we have decided to stay in it and make it look a bit better. But, of course, we've got limited daylight at the moment and limited good weather. The old door is now off. So at the moment we have no door. You know what's going to happen. There's going to be panic stations when I'm supposed to be out feeding the horses probably. Well, I think for about 10 minutes the weather has been in my favour. So it's nice and sunny, nice and breezy. All that side and the edges have got a first coat, and I'm going to go over and do the same again before we turn it over. Right, that's 2 coats of that side done. So I'm just going to leave that to dry in the wind for 5 or 10 minutes and then see much about turning it over. It's massive. See why it's so expensive for a new door when you see you stand in the door. It's massive. So after the inevitable argument of carrying this and twisting that and struggling with the frame and the door, we got them in before any rain before the wind really picked up and while it was still light, so that's good. And Mitch is just going to lay some cobbles to make the sill of the door, from what I understand, while I go and feed the horses. The weather stayed on our side for once, and having pushed us over the edge and made us do the door in the first place. So yeah, can't really complain. And what a difference a door makes, what a difference a day makes. Here comes the rain, so we have been lucky. So the door is essentially finished. I don't know whether Mitch might want to put some plastic over it. You in there, Mitch? Yeah. Does this need plastic over it?
No, it's okay.
So it's raining in?
Is it?
Yeah, over this board. Or, there's this old glass here, is that any good?
Okay.
There's this old glass, is that any good? I don't know if you can tell, but we made an extra big door. So we've got loads of plasterboarding left to do, so we can fit through without ducking. Good idea. He does have some good ideas. As a little extra, Mitch added a wooden sill to the bottom of the door just to help to stop the rain from coming through when the wind was blowing at a certain angle. To begin with, we used these wooden blocks to secure the door. Then we eventually added some extra bolts for security purposes. And then finally we added a handle because we realised when we were working outside and we wanted to shut the door to keep the cats out and things like that, we couldn't actually close the door from the outside, so we added a handle, and that is our finished door. Cobwebs now. I think the reason that we noticed the wind and the rain even more this year was because we were sleeping upstairs for the first time. So we had to pass the door to go up the stairs and come down the stairs. And also we had created the bar in our sort of indoor-outdoor room, and the door to the bar is directly opposite the front door. You can see better from this angle. So this is the entrance to the bar, where we did have a thermal curtain across to try to keep the drafts out, but as you can see, the front door is situated directly opposite, so it was just like a wind tunnel. And that is another reason why we noticed the state of the front door quite so much this year. The reason it was the first time that we'd slept upstairs for the winter was because the first year we bought the farm, we spent the winter at the old house. The second year of having the farm, we slept in the studio. And then this is our third winter, and we had created rooms upstairs, and so we were sleeping upstairs and passing the front door every time, noticing the puddles, the wind, and even sometimes we had some frogs that used to come through the gaps. Where are you going with it? Let me video him for Roxy.
That's baby one. Baby frog. Next one's daddy frog.
His grandpa frog.
Go on.
Let me see. Oh, I can't. Let me see over the top. Ooh. No! Slimy frogs.